Ooh.
Genshin 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Whoa. Oh,
this is a very different game. It's more science fiction.
Science fiction. I feel like he's a Tesla motherfucker.
Ooh.
He calls lightning down. He's probably got lightning gauntlets. I think. I don't know. I'm sitting back. I can't tell. I like the design. I think he's like the rival. He's a serious rival character. And yeah, that's about it.
Let's see, for me, he kind of looks like a falling star, like how his cape is like, has like all these tattered holes, like they're on fire. Like, but yeah, he seems like very edgy, very, like cold and distant toward everybody else, except that little plushie that he's holding.
Well, that's not a plushie, that's his dog.
Oh, well, okay, there's a lot better. Like, he's cold to everybody except, like, his animal pet, like, thing.
I think his forest got burned down and the only thing left is his dog. Or, like, a village.
Yeah, he's basically the, he works on a space station, and he's in charge of just, like, all of the security on the space station. And he's fighting against, like, alien corruption and stuff that are, like, that are attacking and everything. But yeah, he's very much, dedicated to his job, and, he needs to take a break, basically. He needs to take a break. Yes.
Wow. She's very pretty. Looks like the childhood love interest character. Kind of like generic personality, but she's sweet. I like how she's like an astronomer. It's very awesome. I like the design. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I love her. Sorry.
Oh, good.
I love her design too. It's like very Chinese meets like lab coat persona. Yeah, like I love how she seems like maybe she comes off as a nerd, but talk you off about space and telescopes and stuff. But at the same time, she'll actually she'll also listen to your interests. She won't be a complete narcissist, that kind of way.
But yeah, this is Asta. She is the member of a rich family, but what she actually does with her money is she actually uses it to fund the space station. So she's in charge of just logistics and making sure the space station has everything that it needs. And because of this, she's really bad with money, because she's just like, oh, the space station needs something, I'll just buy it with the tons of money that I have. But yeah, she's rather sweet, a bit generic, but she's clearly trying to do her best and has a lot of stuff on her plate, basically.
Yeah.
And she does love the stars.
Whoa.
Wow. I like her. I think she's an explorer. She's the leader of the explorers, and she's a knight. And, yes, I think she is... Actually, those aren't knight boots. Let me get a closer look. Excuse me. She is the inheritor of the space station. And, she is... you see that thing in her, thing in the background? I think it's a city that she owns. She's an heiress to the city. I don't have much else to say on that. Yeah. I think her name is Mira or something.
Let's see. For me, she kind of looks like a general, to protect the space station. She has that very commanding personality, but also very kind and gentle. To her to her warriors, to her army, to those who can't defend themselves.
Yeah, this is Bronya. She's actually the inheritor of the throne of Belobog. This planet has been consumed by ice and is attempting to fight against the ice from destroying everything. Basically, she was actually well, no spoilers about her backstory, but she was actually adopted by her mother, who is the leader of Belobog, and will inherit the throne on her death. And basically, she's very much cares about her people, has grown up kind of like in high society, and doesn't really understand what's going on in the underworld of Belobog, but understands what's going on for the surface. And she's very well-meaning, but also very straightforward and straight to the point. Like, she's very paladin-y, in just kind of her conviction.
Wait, can we take a break? Oh, foo. Wow. She's definitely my favorite. 10 out of 10 again. Let me check her out. Excuse me. Wow. I love it. I like how she's a butterfly.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful.
Vanish in a sea of butterflies.
I don't know what she is. I think she's like dreams and illusions.
Yeah, she's an
That's about
element
it.
called quantum.
Let's see. For me, like you know, just like staring at her from afar, I'm just like my brain screams, "Kill a kill!" Like just her, like, you know, the way that she's like, you know, posing and stuff, and like how her coloring is. But I love the red moon in the background. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It goes so well with all the purple. But yeah, I love her design. She comes off as like, you know, someone who is very like, you know, strict and hard ass to the rules. But she will, like, you know, care for you know, her fellow allies and stuff.
Yeah. Well, she gives me the vibe. Hold on. I'm gonna chime in here. She gives me the vibe of like, she seems less of a human and more of like a specter that's here to guide people. Like the way she talks, doesn't say anything about herself, shows up randomly, sort of like gives advice, sort of.
She kind of does just show up randomly.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. Like, she's very much like a sort of not guide character, like a spirit almost, like a goddess, or like a demigod or something like that. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. This is Seele. She is a member of Wildfire, which is the basically it's a group in the underworld of Belobog that is trying to survive. Like the underworld is kind of cut off and doesn't have a lot of resources, so they have to manage their resources as best they can. And she's basically like, if you try to cause trouble, she just comes in and just beats you up.
Love it.
Yeah, and she's like, and then when she hears stuff that like Bronya says about like, oh no, I'm doing things, you know, for the people, and look like, oh, you guys are acting so like brutish and uncivilized, and she's like, you don't know one thing about what it's like to live in the underworld, buddy. So they kind of have this kind of play off of each other, and a lot of people ship them. Yes.
One more.
Okay. What are your opinions on this?
What?
On this child?
She's okay.
She's okay.
Yeah, they're all right. I mean, it's just like they seem like a character that like comes to the space station like an alien, all lost and stuff.
Alien, yeah, absolutely.
Like all lost and
Or
stuff.
she's a clone.
Yeah, clone or alien,
Clone.
something like, you know, like non-human-ish. But yeah, I do. But yeah, like just the fact that she has no shoes, kind of like just screams orphan of like a dead planet, or like maybe doesn't even speak like the same language and stuff. That kind of thing.
Okay, now as you notice, there's only one piece of art on here of her, which is because this piece of art is her splash.
What? Let me see.
That's her dad.
Oh my god. She's got a mecha dad.
Yes.
Huh. I feel like she's a cyborg and she's the newest model, and that dude's an old model or like another model meant for protection.
Or to play off that she, like, you know, was raised, like, you know, by, like, you know, golems, and it's, like, you know, like, an orphan child got crash landed on their planet.
Yeah. She's actually this is Clara. And she is a Belobog orphan who actually found this ancient mech who gained sentience from just being left on for so long. Who's around from before Belobog became an ice world. So he actually has kind of like taken her in as her father, and they are so cute. The two of them are the cutest things ever.
Oh my. Aww. Okay, that's literally everything I love. It's literally everything I love.
Yes, like if you just
She's a DILF.
I mean, just look at him.
He is very handsome.
Aww.
He's a very handsome man.
Look at that.
Very handsome man.
So cute.
And then since I know you want to stop, here's another Fate joke.
Corporate needs you. Fund differences.
Watch Fate.
I don't get it.
Watch Fate. Watch Fate. Watch Fate.
They made Gilgamesh into a skinny guy.
Watch Fate. It's okay.
Watch Fate.
All right. If you want to leave, you can leave.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right.
Okay, well, this guy, like, you know, screams, like, edgy loner Zuko alone kind of character, but with green stuff and plants.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems like, you know, like, if you need him, like, him help in a fight, he'll help you, but it'll be, like, kind of, like, begrudgingly, like, why can't you do this yourself? Why am I helping you? You're such a weak, like, kind of thing, but I also don't care because I need friends. That's about it.
Yes, this is Dan Heng, or I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I played the game muted a lot of the time, but yeah, he's one of your main character's first friends that they meet. He's very like quiet, man of few words, but he's also kind of unhinged deep down. Like he is willing to do he's willing to just go along with the stupid stuff that you and your friends get involved in. But he's the responsible one, but only to an extent, basically. There's a reason why he's your friend.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, this guy is, like, you know, is a knight in, like, the army, or, like, a knight to, like, you know, the group. Maybe, like, sworn protector, like, white knight kind of character. Like, he's, like, all gallant and, like, you know, all for honor and stuff. But he's not, like, you know, like, arrogant or anything about it. He's just, you know, like, he'll fight for the greater good and, like, smite down anyone that he deems evil or wrong.
Yeah, this is Gepard. He's very much paladin vibes to the max. He's a shielder type character. He does a lot of shielding, and he's ice-based. He is the captain of the Belobog Guard. So he cares a lot about protecting his people. And he's genuinely just he actually has a smite ability. It's pretty great. He's just a paladin.
Ooh. Okay. I love, like, you know, rockstar, like, chicks, whether they're evil or not. But, you know, with her, color scheme, she kind of does scream evil. But she kind of, like, seems like an unhinged scientist, sort of, in a way. Like a scientist, like, turned evil.
I can see that.
But yeah, I love, like, you know, all the, like, lightning, and, I love her weapon. Like, what even is that?
It's a guitar.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's an electric guitar.
Yeah, about to say, it definitely has to be music-based. You can't lie to me about it. But yeah, I love her, like, aesthetic. And what, like, vibe she gives off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is Serval. She's Gepard's sister.
Ooh.
Older sister, I believe. And the two of them, they have their disagreements, and she's kind of like the black sheep of the family. She decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go out and be a mechanic and just do what I want. But she still cares about her family. It's just, you know, she has a different kind of opinion on how to go about things than her brother does. As you can see, she's kind of accidentally blasted a hole in the back of her shirt there, which kind of matches what's going on with her brother.
Yeah, just a little bit. I I noticed that hole, but I was like, I wondered if maybe that was just like on purpose.
No. It's from the electricity that she plays around with. Yeah, wow. She's a musician and loves just putting on shows.
Cool. Ooh. A scholarly character, or one with very deep trauma, I think either whether that's just her past self or siblings, something like that, someone who buries herself in her books, to hide everything that's gone wrong in her life, whether that's her own fault or someone else's. So yeah, I love how she seems so broken, with all the wires and vines, just trying to find some solace in knowledge and in fairy tales.
Yeah, this is Herta. She's actually the person who didn't fund the space station, but she created it. She's a genius, 80-something years old, but she makes these dolls to kind of just move about the station. She creates these dolls and just leaves them in different places and controls them. So that's why she looks like a doll, like a ball-jointed doll. I don't like her, but that's just because she is rather... She's very stuck up, I guess. She looks down on you because she's just so smart, and so she sees you as really small and beneath her. But one interesting thing, the little puppets she has here are the main characters in Honkai Star Rail. So I'm thinking maybe she has something to do with, manipulating you.
Huh.
So,
Interesting. Ooh. Okay, yeah, now this woman also screams paladin, but also, if Wonder Woman could be, exist in a steampunk, space vibe, and also had red hair, this would be her. If he never left, the Amazon, or the Amazonians, then that would basically be her, her vibe.
Yes, this is Himeko Murata. And she's basically a red-haired Mami Tomoe. She calls down an orbital bombardment as her ultimate, and she just sets up a chair and just a cup of tea, just sips that cup of tea looking all elegant. She's so, why she's kind of got that Mami Tomoe vibe.
Totally.
But, she actually is the person who fixed up the Astral Express, which is a magical train, or I guess not magical, but scientific magical train that goes between different planets.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, so she's basically the reason why it's moving again.
Okay, wow, okay, stinky bastard man.
Stinky bastard man!
I mean, he's trying to, act all cool, with a lion and stuff, be all, generic bad guy with, a super elegant pet, Doctor Strangelove, but also with the space aesthetic, with the wild anime. I'm villain hair, that kind of thing. He seems like the kind of guy who will just fuck you up for fun.
See, we don't know too much about this character yet. He's still pretty new, and the game hasn't gotten too far plot-wise. But he seems to be this kind of protector who had to kill his mentor because she got corrupted.
Ooh.
So he seems to be really cool on the surface, but he's got some baggage kind of guy. So he's very mysterious. We don't know too much about him.
Oh. Okay. This if Diva from Overwatch had her color scheme mixed with generic magical girl in space, this would be her. God, I love her color scheme. I love her bow. I love everything about her. This is everything I could ever want in a character, just based on looks and design alone.
Yeah, I'm I know you like cutesy character designs, so I was I'm sure you're gonna like March 7th.
That's her name?
Yes. Because she actually has no memory, so she named herself after the day that she was discovered floating around on an iceberg.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she's very bubbly, very girly, likes everything pink, likes pink everything. likes bunnies, and is just kind of like that very bubbly kind of friend. She's one of the main character's friends.
Ooh.
Yeah, she gets involved in stupid stuff because she just is very honest and won't shut up.
Aw. Ooh. Like a healer, an alchemist, someone who's very knowledgeable in science and medicine. Probably a mother to those kids if they're not just random ones. Possibly a professor. Seems very kind, not stuck up. Someone who would just like hold your hand if you're feeling scared while getting a shot, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Natasha. She's a member of Wildfire and a doctor in the underworld. So basically, she helps kind of like ration medical supplies and make sure that it's being provided to people who are in need. She also heads the orphanage, so she takes care of all the orphans that happen because there's a lot of miners that live down there, and, you know, mining accidents.
Yep.
So yeah, she's genuinely just a very sweet person who wants to do what must be done to help the world.
Nice. Ooh. Very scholarly like character. Uses like, you know, knowledge as her weapon, like to summon magic and spells.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love her aesthetic of like, you know, being like also like, you know, a Chinese meets steampunk and also magic. Like very old timey magic, like I'm using like, you know, a spell book, and just like she reminds me of Lisa from Genshin Impact. Like her aesthetic and like how her powers work.
See, I'd say she's more like Sucrose.
Yeah, definitely more like that. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Like, you literally just introduced me to this character like an hour ago. Or something like that. If not more. And I can't remember.
It's been a while. It's been like an hour at least. But yeah, no, this is Pella. I call her Blue Crose because she's just blue sucrose. There's not much to her. She doesn't use magic, but she uses like technology that looks like magic.
Oh,
She's a debuff character, so pretty good.
Ooh. Okay, like a navigator-like character who loves to explore, loves to like, you know, see like all the space and all the stars. Very calculating, but also very fun-loving.
She's just a person who she wants to work at her job, not be seen, and play games all day.
That's just
She
like
wants
me.
to slack off and just play games all day.
What's her name?
I don't remember. I'm still new to this game. My memory is also terrible, and this character is incredibly not memorable. Intentionally, she tries not to be memorable. But I don't remember her name. It starts with a Q. And she's on like a spaceship. Not the space station, but on a spaceship.
Gotcha. Okay. This looks like typical, like, you know, anime, friend of protagonist that's super, like, overpowered, but, like, doesn't, like, you know it or, like, acknowledges it or is really boastful about it. She's actually really, like, you know, playful with it, and playful with everybody else. Like, the annoying big brother who, like, you know, doesn't realize that him being annoying is actually as endearing as he thinks. But yeah, I like his design. Like, he just has, like, that very, like, swish to his hair.
Yes, no, I love him. He's one of those characters that's also, like, he's got those Pantalones vibes. Like, he's a character that you love or you hate. Like, that's kind of, he's very divisive. Like, most people either love him or they're like, oh my god, he's so annoying, I hate him. He's kind of like a snake oil salesman vibe.
Ooh.
Like, he's very slimy in that he's just like constantly getting into trouble and then getting out of trouble by running away, kind of throwing you under the bus. He's very like oh my god, are you gonna shortchange me again kind of type of character.
Oh my god.
I love him. When he attacks, he winks at the camera. When he does his ultimate, he has a box of chocolates that has a bomb in it.
Oh my god.
It's just so, like, I don't know how to exactly to describe it other than he is wonderful in a pathetic way. He is pathetic, but he also, I think, knows he's pathetic, and he's leveraging it. And one of his idle animations is he's just counting his money. He's great. He's great. I love Sampo.
But he has just such kind eyes. I wouldn't expect him to be so shady.
He's very shady. I love Sampo.
Ooh, okay. I love her aesthetic. I always love twin tail characters, especially when they're lower by their ears instead of just on their head.
Yeah, I also loved this character as soon as I saw her art. Problem is, I did not like her ultimate. She just summons a giant chicken, and I'm like, could you be cooler? I wish you were cooler.
Oh man, so she seems like a really big fan of nature, considering that she's taking a picture of a bird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love her design. I always feel like that's very underappreciated, but one boot being shorter than the other.
But that so often happens in Genshin Impact, though, and in VTubers. If you ever look at VTubers, especially HoloLive, there's so much of that asymmetric stuff going on there.
I feel like she'd be better with stockings instead of that belt going down her leg. But that's just me.
I do like the kind of the sock garter she has, but I just appreciate sock garters. It's the little thing holding up her sock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I meant the one higher up.
Oh, this one? Yeah, the garter. Yeah, no, I understand. I agree.
Aw. Fox or
Yeah, Fox.
Okay.
She's a Foxian.
Okay, I love her. I love her color scheme. I love her ears. How they actually look like a fox instead of just super high point like a Doberman. Like how that one character from Genshin Impact.
Tignati. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not like that. Okay, but she seems like someone who is very immersed in knowledge. Seems like someone who's always willing to play. Someone who oh man, my brain's kind of frying right now.
Oh. Well, we're almost done. We have 20 more, and I can go through them fast.
Yeah, but I do love her design, just based on design alone, and I can tell that oh man, I really hope she doesn't have a really disliking personality, or does she?
Well, that depends. She is not the kind of person who wants to fight. She never wants to fight, but she makes other people fight for her, essentially. She gets you to do things for her.
Ooh.
She's actually she's part of a trade commission. She does a lot of trade, but because of that she knows how to talk. She's actually a support character.
Oh.
I love her design too. This looks like a body pillow. I will say that this looks straight up like a body pillow.
I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to say it.
This is the nice side on the body pillow.
Yeah.
But yeah, and as you can see, she's got a bunch of money and stuff that's worth a lot in the background because she's got money.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. So this is the two main characters that you can play as in Genshin. Literally, that's literally what they are. But more spacey, sci-fi.
And actually adults.
Yeah, they're actually they seem age appropriate, for all this. They seem they actually look like they're either young adults or mid 20s kind of at the very latest.
Yeah, they're older teenagers or early 20s kind of vibe.
Alright, I love how he has a bat and she has a sword.
Yeah, well they're actually both bats. They're a baseball bat. They both wield a baseball bat.
Oh, well that's very cool. But I love their colors, I love their designs. It's very space, steampunk or cyberpunk, that anime that's come out. It reminds me very much of that.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Honestly, they're actually really good characters too. Yeah, these are the Trailblazers. I chose the female Trailblazer because I liked her design a lot more.
Do they not have actual names in the
They do, I just don't remember them.
That's fair.
But yeah, they actually, we have seen two different forms of them so far. We have the destruction form, and then we have the preservation form. So,
yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah, you get a lance in the preservation form.
Cool. But, you basically can wield, a gigantic train,
No, you don't. You wield a baseball bat.
Ow. That's very, disheartening, very
Yeah. But this is the Astral Express, so.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense, but still.
And this is cute too, because you get this form on Bellabog, and here's all the friends you make.
Aww.
See, there's Seele, Bronya, Gepard, and Serval. Serval there, yeah. So it's cute because it's like, you're preserving their planet.
Very cool. Okay, well, this guy screams underworld vibe, if not. But he seems kind of like a guy who like wields like dark magic, but for like the right purposes, like or at least right in his mind, in his like in a way that he fights for the right reasons. Like he's obviously like either lost some people, whether he'd driven them away, or they were lost due to like the fight that he blames on somebody else. Like someone who is someone who is knowledgeable, someone who is like very like calculating in his fighting style.
Yeah. This is Welt. You're actually kind of on the money when it comes to the fact that he lost someone, because he's from an alternate universe.
What?
Yes, he's from an alternate universe where Himeko died.
Oh.
And so he traveled over to this universe where she was still alive. And he actually uses gravity magic, or gravity powers, not magic, but like, so he uses black holes to fight. And he is an imaginary damage character, so he's just attacking your mind.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so he's also saved the world before, and so, he's not going to save the world again, but he's going to help people who need to save the world again. So he's on the Astral Express.
Oh, I see. Ooh, okay. Link, what the heck are you doing in a Genshin-like game, but for space? Like literally, that's what his hairstyle, his look, his like overall vibe, like being all happy and using swords, like literally that just screams Zelda, but in space vibe. But he seems likable. He doesn't seem like evil or like something that comes from the underworld, that kind of thing, or maybe he does. But okay, he's riding it on a sword. Come on. Like that just like screams like young protagonist.
Yeah, he's a trainee who's training to be a Cloud Knight. Yeah, I actually have this character. I don't know too much about him. I didn't want him. I wanted Clara. But we get what we get. But yeah, no, he's pretty cool. Just a kid who's learning. He's training to become a knight.
Ooh. Okay. I love spider lilies. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I do too.
Okay, so yeah, this guy screams on underworld.
I'm
general.
pulling for him when he's coming on a banner. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah, underworld general. Fights for the underworld. Fights against all the injustices in the world, against his home, against his people, all that kind of stuff. But he'll maybe he uses the an undead kind of ability, because with all the fallen swords around him, the spider lilies, they represent death, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Blade.
Of course he has a very edgy sounding name.
Yes. He's Blade, and he calls himself that because he has a fractured mind. He has, I think, he doesn't remember things. I don't actually know too much about him. I remember seeing some promo material, and it said, before the game came out, and it said that he kind of had a fractured mind, like his sword, which is fractured but has been kind of put back together. I think he also turned himself into the sword, or turned himself into a weapon. I'm not entirely sure, because we don't know too much about him, other than the fact that he's very, very good at killing. And he actually works for the bad guys, who are a group of people called the Stellaron Hunters. And the Stellarons are these things that cause chaos and evil and destruction throughout the universe. And because of that, there are both the Astral Express, which seeks to contain Stellarons, and the Stellaron Hunters, who seek to collect them for their own nefarious purposes.
Ooh, nefarious.
Yes, very nefarious.
Ooh, okay. if the Black Lady from Sailor Moon, was personified into something like space and Chinese aesthetic, this would work. Like, it reminds me of her. Like, her hair, her, black and pink outfit, that kind of stuff. Also, mostly just, something disparaging from Sailor Moon, if, it had a Chinese aesthetic to it.
Yes, this is an upcoming character, who's a diviner, a master diviner.
Ooh.
So, yeah, she's kind of like, just tells the future through the use of a large divination machine.
Ooh, interesting. Someone who stands out in the rain without an umbrella. Very, 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 witch kind of character. Like, someone who, just goes against the grain. Someone who doesn't care about, everything else in the world. But, she will, fight for, what she believes in. Whether it's completely wrong from everybody else's point of view. I do love her design, though. Love her, her color.
Oh, I love her so much. She's such a gorgeous character. And, she's actually one of the, members of the Stellaron Hunters. Her name's Kafka.
Ooh.
Yeah. And see, there's Blade right there.
Oh.
This is another character, another Stellaron Hunter that we know. I don't know who that is, because we haven't seen that character yet. So there are a bunch of other Stellaron Hunters in her art. She's one of the villains. She's very pretty. I love her. But yeah, no, she is a spider web design kind of going on.
Ooh.
Master manipulator. This is her ult.
Wow.
You can see the spider design.
That is very cool.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan
too. I mean, just I love characters that will just defeat you with style, grace, and beauty.
Yeah, and she's also got a very soft and also a little irreverent voice like this.
Ooh.
She's like, yes, I'm just a slave to destiny, like all of us are.
Wow.
You're so silly for fighting against it, but I think that's part of the story, isn't it? That's kind of like her voice.
Wow.
I love it.
No. Ooh. I love how, it's dark lilies, or dark and hands reaching out, someone who is just freezing over the darkness. Or just trying to wade off against all the evil creatures, or trying to welcome it. Someone who is someone's trying, or rather magnifying it, because I can see she's pouring something into where all the dark hands are manifesting and stuff.
See, that's actually pretty interesting, because this character, I don't know her name, because she hasn't really shown up officially and isn't a playable character yet. But this was the the guy with the lion. This was the master that he had to kill because she got corrupted. She spent her life fighting against this corruption of the Stellaron, and eventually ended up corrupted herself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, for her, I'm sorry to say. Ooh, okay. If Link were older and more mature and kind of befallen by everybody, that everything is gone wrong in the world, that living in a post-apocalyptic world all by himself, that kind of thing, and just being a loner but still helping others.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's carrying around a coffin.
I was about to say, either that's a really big ass mecha sword, or that's something else.
Nah, yeah, he's got a coffin. He's actually a follower of the the god of abundance. So basically the god of life and stuff. And he carries around a coffin. I don't know too much about him in the story yet, but I'm pulling for him. I like him. I like his design.
So we don't know what the coffin is
we
for?
Don't. He says that it's somebody that he met once or twice.
That's it?
Yeah. He has not told us who's in the coffin.
Huh.
But he needs to transport it.
So he just carries that gigantic thing around with him.
Yep.
On his back. Oh my god.
Yeah. Very mysterious.
Ooh, okay. love the gamer girl, like, aesthetic. Very, streamer, kind of, character, that if she could stream, her, battle, she totally would.
She would stream her battle. This is diva right here.
Yeah, totally. Like, she, uses hacking as her ability instead of, summoning, a beast or using magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Silver Wolf, one of the Stellaron hunters. Yeah, she just kind of treats things like a game. We don't know too much about her yet, but she's gonna be on the next banner.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Definitely a goddess-like character, or, a teacher, someone very kind, like a queen kind of character. Okay, you cannot tell me that's not her daughter in the background. You can't.
That was actually that other Foxian girl.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know too much about this character, but she just showed up a couple of times in the plot. I'm guessing she's gonna be a character given the fact that she has splash art here, but she's just really pretty. I like her. She kind of has a similar vibe to Natasha.
Mm-hmm. Very. Ooh. Okay, this seems like a leader of the Stellaron Hunters, if I may. Oh man, he just screams evil. I mean, seriously, his limbs are flicking detached. He's, melting on, fire or gold from his limbs. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the god of destruction.
Ooh, that fits.
Yeah, and he's actually the creator of the Stellarons.
Ooh.
So, he's the creator of all this destruction and chaos in the galaxy.
Wow. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. We got, a, cyberpunk, centaur, beast. It's a mini-boss that you can fight.
This is actually another god. I've just gotten to the part with the gods, now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the god of the hunt.
Yeah, that fits. I mean, considering he's got a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. We got a goddess of nature or something like that. All the, natural beauty in the universe, possibly.
God of the abundance.
Oh.
So life.
Oh.
I love this design so much.
I can't tell if they're male or female.
Non-binary.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, a lot of the gods are non-binary.
That's sweet. Okay, so this, being is not even remotely human-like. It's just, an entity of rock, of molten, destruction. Just a living star, possibly. With a bunch of, if Saturn, was a living entity and just broken up, but was still together.
Yeah, this is the preservation.
Interesting.
A big golem.
Whoa, okay. If every evil computer virus or every computer antagonist corrupted AI could be and was amalgamated into one entity, it would be this from every sci-fi movie in the world. Either it's from the 90s or from now, whether it's super good or actually really cringy.
Yeah, this is the erudition, another god. It's a mechanical god. Which is pretty neat. Yeah, it's basically the god of logic and logical thought processes.
So it deems things like emotion and logical, that kind of thing?
I wouldn't know. We don't know too much about this god.
Well, that's the kind of vibe I would get off by saying that, it's very logical.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Very celestial. God. Very, if every heavenly being could be, amalgamated into one god, it would be them.
Yeah, this is a really pretty design.
Quasars.
I love this cool design. But yeah, this is the harmony.
I can't help but feel that the harmony is actually shifting and breaking because they have pieces just floating off and breaking from them.
Well, they might be pieces coming in and making up the harmony.
Maybe. Ooh. Okay, this speaks to every single galaxy aesthetic I could ever think of. Very, if a bubble could be a black hole, it would be this. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, this is the nihility.
Ooh.
So it's all slothful actions and depression and shit.
Oh. That shit.
It's a sad looking little blob.
Yeah, so does it just suck the life out of everything? That's why all the planets are just disappearing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the nihility.
Oh man, that sucks. Oh, Wow. Okay, that's very disturbing. Okay, if like the mask from like the theater could come to life and were like some kind of like amalgamation of a being, this would be it. Like your nightmares combined into something. Like literally, that's everything. Like I could ever fear from my childhood.
You weren't a big fan of these types of masks?
No, I like also like just like broken like like Jack in the Box. That's like literally and broken toys and everything. Like
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like,
Yeah.
Wrong and broken with the universe, and they actually enjoy like all the chaos.
Yeah, this is Aha, named Aha, which is a great name. My brain is blanking on the exact name of this. But basically, a god of just like having fun and causing a little chaos, you know?
Okay, but like if that chaos like involves death, would they actually enjoy it?
Who knows? As long as it's fun.
Oh god. Ooh, okay. Very crystal-like. I love like the ice aesthetic that this god has going on. It is a god, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, very okay, this kind of god seems like they wouldn't speak. Like they would, if they did speak, it would be like kind of like this like heavenly chime or like ice,
I could see that.
or like ice, like like crackling, that kind of thing, and like a very like like nice sound, but not even human words.
Yeah, no, like this is the brain not work. I should have put the names on here. I really should have, because I'm like, I'm gonna forget half of these.
Oh wait, now I'm actually getting a prism kind of vibe because all the around them.
I think this is, it's not the preservation, it's I'll edit it in post what this god is. There we go. That's the end. Thank you for just going through this with me.
No problem.
Doing my little silly thing. I hope you enjoyed this.
It was fun. I mean, I love seeing like all the characters and like guessing totally wrong on them.
And sometimes you guessed right.
Oh yeah, sometimes. But it was fun, like I'm guessing wrong.
Yeah. So who was your favorite character overall?
Oh man, to remember the whole list of what you showed me. That wasn't even.
I'm sorry. It's been several hours.
And it wasn't even like like we started like halfway like through, if not like when you started showing me.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna break it up between like the two on like games. All right, my favorite from Genshin. Oh man. I would probably say that Kitsune character that was like Riko.
Yeah.
She had purple and pink going on. Or thinking
Yeah, Himeko. Himeko.
Yeah, like her name is even similar to Riko. But yeah, I love her design. I love like her ability. I love her personality from what you told me. Let's see. Then from oh man, I feel like I'm gonna say like the name of the next game wrong.
Honkai Star Rail.
Thank you. I wanted to say Honkai, but at the same time I was like,
yeah, no, I mess it up all the time.
All right. From Honkai, I really like that mechanical doll like character, even though you hate her. Like I like her design. I like the fact that like she'll just like create like these like random robots and just like leave them about to like come handle the station and all that kind of stuff. She reminds me of Toka from Magia Record.
I've never seen that.
Oh well, I mean like you remember the game? The like one of the little girls who was like super.
Oh, yeah, Magia Record. Okay, yeah. No, I think I get what you. Yeah. She's kind of a similar vibe to that. I still don't like her. I don't like characters like that. I don't want to be talked down to by like a child.
Like, but did you say she was like 80 years old?
She is, but she still looks like a child to me.
Okay, but yeah, that's kind of like my problems with like these games. Like they make them look super young when they're actually like like either thousands of years old.
I know, I don't like that trope. I really don't.
Okay, but with Venti, it makes sense. At least they explained why.
At least there's an explanation, and like I get it, and like it makes sense, and I like Venti. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like. Not to like totally like throw this off, like like the trip, like our train of thought, but like the voice actors for Venti is actually coming to like our
no, know. I saw that, and on the same one for Tartaglia, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Genshin there.
Yeah, very rad.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I mean those are my thoughts.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts and for sharing your time.
You're welcome.